Let's take a look at the Forethought Planner today. I wanted to go over thoroughly what this was like so you could see all the ins and outs of it. The Forethought Planner is something that I designed. It's published through a print-on-demand company, and I publish it through my website, nourishingminimalism.com. I have hardbound and spiral bound, and the hardbound does not lay perfectly flat, though it's a nice binding. I think it'll hold up. It's very sturdy. It is a glued binding in the middle. And then the spiral bound is going to lay flat, but it does have the coils in the middle. So let's just look through how this is designed so you can see everything that it has. And I do have a free download if you would like to see the actual size. It's printed at actual size, so it doesn't take up a full 9 by 13. This is 7 inches by 10 inches. This is the perpetual calendar. This is where we write birthdays, anniversaries, things that we need to remember every year. That way when we move to the planner next year, we'll have it all in one place and it's easy to fill out for the year. Between every month, I have a dot grid spread and then either a poem, songs, or a scripture in between each month with a coloring page. So here we have our January spread. The boxes are as big as they possibly could be, so no extra writing room other than this small little box over here. The planner is a vertical spread starting on Sundays. We have a to-do list, the calendar. So this one says, what is something you can do this week to slow down? Other times there'll be scripture verses or just small phrases. And then notes. I prefer very small lines because when I use my planner for keeping track with things, I like to write small. So that's the reason the lines are so small. And then we have a dotted line to represent the half hour in between every hour. So you can use this space up here for anything that you wish to focus on. If you are someone that likes to focus on one thing a day or 3 things a day, or just put something pretty in there, share a thought, a word that stuck out to you, a verse, whatever it is you would like. And then we have a dot grid on this side. There are colored, it's not actually tabs, but they are colored so you can find your months easier. And we're going to just skip ahead here to the next month. So there we have our dot grid spread. And then periodic ponderings. So each month is the same. It's just something to help you pause, slow down, and record. You can use this however you would like. I'll just read through the questions that I ask. What are you grateful for this past month? What is something you learned this past month? What have you been praying for this month? What specific ways have you seen God work? What has been going on in the lives of those you love? Is there anything burdening you or that you are rejoicing over? How did you spend your time this last month? Are you happy with it? Who would you like to connect with this month? Do you have plans in place to make it happen? List 3 things you would like to spend time doing this next month and what you need to put in place so that it will happen. What funny, inspirational, or thought-provoking story happened this last month? And then we move on to February. It repeats that way with a dot grid, reflection, periodic pondering, and then the full monthly spread between every month. So let's go back here to the very back. You can see a couple of the coloring pages. These are all my artwork. And we're going to go right back to the end. So this is the periodic pondering for December. And then we have the month of January. I put this in here because I always have appointments that come up as I go through, like even November, I'll have to make appointments for the next year. And I wanted a place to put them before I get my next planner, because I most frequently get my planner around Thanksgiving so that it comes before Christmas. And so I needed a place to put my appointments, and this is what we included in there. Right after that, we have a contact list, travel plans. So we have budget, accommodations, address, phone, check-in, and to-do. Again, you can make this however you would use it. Meal ideas. What I do for this is I write down all of my favorites, all of the family favorites, the ones that are easy to make, and I know where they are. If it's not memorized, then I can write in here where to find them. Is it bookmarked on my computer? Is it on Pinterest? Is it in my personal recipe binder? And I can write that in. This way, when I have all my favorite breakfasts, favorite lunches, favorite dinners, and I get into the rut of, okay, we're eating spaghetti and tacos all the time, and I forgot what I can cook, then I can go back to this and be like, oh yes, I can make chicken tortilla soup. That's really easy and good. Or I can make enchiladas or lasagna. I have all these different things to just spark my creativity again. Gift ideas. I start writing ideas as soon as I think of them throughout the year. So this I will fill out with the item, and I like to have a budget set for each person. And if I'm going for a specific item, then I write down how much that item would typically cost, so I can watch to see if it goes on sale, or at least be prepared to spend that much. And then books to read, movies to watch, and ways to pause and slow down. So often in life, we get busy and we forget what it's like to take time for ourselves. What is it that you like to do when you're relaxing? Our go-to is often just to sit down on the couch and turn on the TV. But there's so many other things that we can do. We can make a cup of tea, we can bake something, we can sit and read a book, we can go for a walk, we can do a craft project, call a friend, go to coffee, work through a devotional book, sit and outline our planner for the week. What is it that you would like to do to pause and slow down? And then the whole back is filled with dot grid pages. I use this for everything from planning out my garden to listing out course ideas or business ideas that I come up with. This is my brain during the year. This is where I put all of my thoughts and my to-dos and everything that I want to accomplish. Let me pull over mine here so you can see what I have. I have written in a few pages. And I want you to see these are 80 weight paper. It's coated, so I have used highlighters. I have used these mild liner markers, and I used the Pilot Precise V5 RT pen. This is my favorite pen. It's very fine point. And you can see that it does not show through the paper at all. So this one is completely written in pen and nothing. So that's it. That's just a quick overview of what the planner is like, and you can find it on my website at nourishingminimalism.com/shop.